TV.
The opinions expressed in the following programs are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect those of Rogers nor Rogers TV.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Welcome to another episode of In Conversation with Alethia. I am your host, Alethia O'Hara-Stephenson. This show is about having conversations with amazing individuals in our community who are doing incredible things, inspiring things. The show will educate, it will empower, and it will inspire you. In the studio with me today is a young entrepreneur from the town of Shelburne. This individual is the founder and creator, and dare I say, the CEO of an amazing brand called Ufi. This individual is only 17 years old and already breaking records, shattering barriers, and is poised to do amazing things in the future. It is my honor to have in the studio with me the one and only Mr. Tyrell Harris. Thank you so much for joining me today on In Conversation with Alethia.
Of course, thank you for having me today.
Awesome. I'm super excited to have you. I have to say that over the past 20 months, really, I have watched you grow. I've watched your brand grow, and you have achieved some amazing things. But before we get into all about your brand and who you are, tell me more about you. Tell me more about Tyrell.
Okay, well, as you know, I'm 17. I'm still in school, of course.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I play video games a lot. Sports like basketball.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what grade are you in? Are you in grade 11 or 12?
12 now.
Okay, so in
12.
your final year. And you're at St. Dufferin District High School?
Yes.
Awesome. So you started your brand in the midst of a pandemic.
Right.
What was your inspiration for that?
Well, I always wanted to have my business, right? Mm-hmm. So, and that during that period of time with the whole COVID situation, I needed something to do. So I was like, okay, I think this would be a good time to start my business because everyone has to stay home, so why not online shop, right?
That's incredible. So when you decided to start this brand, did you have a conversation with your parents? Did they come and say to you, are you insane? Or were they fully on board? Did you have to sell them with the idea? How was that?
As soon as I brought it up to them, they were ready. They said, okay, let's do this. It sounds like a good plan, we're gonna do this. So they agreed to it right away.
I love it. I love it. And even before we even get further into the conversation, I have to say that you were also the recipient of the Town of Shelburne's Community Excellence Award. What was that journey like?
Honestly, it felt very good. Seeing me, getting an award from my community, my city, my town, a small town. It felt very good. Yeah.
That's amazing, amazing. Yeah. And I know you have a younger sister who is also an entrepreneur with her SAS, Tyrell Harris.
Yeah.
So it tells me that, the business mindset is in the entire family. It's not just with you.
Right.
Wow, that's incredible. You must be incredibly proud of her.
Of course. Seeing her do her stuff every day, it even inspires me to do better.
Amazing, amazing. And I'm sure she's there supporting you every step of the way.
Of course.
Wow.
Yeah.
So tell me about your journey. Take it back for me when you started the brand. And you mentioned that you wanted to do something during the COVID. Everyone else was, having to deal with adjusting, working from home. For you would have been adjusting from in class to virtual schooling, but yet you had the time to create a brand new empire, really. Can you walk me through that journey? What was it like? Where was the initial idea from?
Like how it started?
Yeah, how did you get started?
It was, I don't know. Basically, my family, right? My uncle, he has his own clothing brand, and I liked how he did his own clothes and it inspired me. So I thought to myself, why not do the same but better? Mm-hmm. So I did that, and then I told my parents about it, like I said, and then it was just an idea and it worked. It just clicked.
And so you started off with, I think it was 150 headbands, and then you just grew from there.
The headbands, yeah.
Wow.
In my school, a lot of people were wearing it in the school, and then I guess a lot of people started to see it, and they're like, where'd you get that from? And then Ufi got it, and then that's how it worked.
Incredible. So when you package this now with the school and all your friends were wearing it. What was that feeling like, seeing your brand, something that you created from scratch?
Yeah, it's still a good feeling because I even see like my teachers and like other teachers wearing it, and I'm like, whoa, that's my brand they're wearing. So it's like mind blowing sometimes seeing it. Yeah.
Incredible. And I know that you are a huge family guy. Your parents are huge supporters. What is your driving force? Like, what keeps you going other than like your family and your siblings?
Just to be better at what I'm doing, to be honest. Just being a better self or being a better person than I am right now. And just staying motivated in what I'm doing. So yeah.
How do you juggle? How do you balance between, being a young entrepreneur and a basketball player and your academics?
Well, basketball stopped because of the whole COVID situation.
Right,
so
okay.
I can't play in the teams, but school and business, I do school. Like I wake up in the morning and go to school, of course, and then get that done, and then go home and then business.
Wow, that is incredible drive.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit more about Tyrell, something that the public doesn't already know. So we talked about basketball, we talked about video games. What is your favorite video game?
Do you know what 2K is? NBA 2K?
Okay, yeah, I know NBA.
Yes.
Can play a little bit of hoop.
Yeah, that's my favorite game for sure.
Okay, awesome. And who's your favorite NBA player?
I have to say LeBron. It's always been LeBron, yeah.
That's incredible.
Always.
Cool. And what position do you normally play?
Point guard or shooting guard. Usually I'll switch, but I like point guard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that after you graduate from high school that you will do something else with basketball, or will you focus more on business?
Honestly, it'll probably be more business as of right now, because I've been more involved in the business world than like the sports and like, the sports. So my goal was to go to college and get like my business degree. So yeah, it's more business than sports.
Okay, I love that. And this is your final year at Center Dufferin District High School.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that's an exciting journey.
I know, finally.
Wow. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit now. So we talked a little bit about you as the individual. We talked about the brand a little bit. One of the things that I noticed with your label is you've got a unique marketing strategy, right? You've had a number of celebrities reach out and wearing your brand. What was that like, and how did you get some of these major celebrities to come on board? I know you've had Rick Ross wearing your stuff, the boss. What was that journey like?
That journey, it felt very good, like seeing like Rick Ross's name pop up on my phone. But honestly, all I did was just send them a text on Instagram and asking if they're like down to support and like help me and like pretty much just support and like during my journey of like trying to be like the top of entrepreneurs. And they all said that's very good, and they want to like support and be a part of it. Amazing.
So they wanted to support not just the fact that you are a young entrepreneur, but the brand itself. They saw the vision and like the material, like the quality. So that's fantastic.
Yeah,
that's fantastic. What are some of the other celebrities that have supported your brand?
Do you know Kaiser?
I have no idea who Kaiser is.
Oh, okay, she's a Canadian singer.
Okay,
There's
that's great.
Jason Mitchell, he's an actor. Who else is there? Do you know Safari?
Yes, I know Safari.
Okay. And there's probably more, but those are like the top three in my head right now.
And the strategy has been the same, where you've reached out to them saying, hey, this is who I am, and would you like to support a young up-and-coming entrepreneur?
Right.
And they've all been very receptive. I love it. I love it. That takes courage. That takes guts. And I am very, very proud that the fact that you're able to have the courage to reach out. Most young entrepreneurs, entrepreneurs, period, would not have the courage to reach out to others and to put yourself out there and be vulnerable to sell. Right. So that is very, very incredible stuff that you're doing.
Thank you.
Now, where do you see yourself going beyond the next year? You're set to graduate and you're set to go to college, and what's your next vision? What's your big vision? Like after college?
After college, just straight part-time, like business, like full-time, I should say, sorry. Full-time business and what I'm doing, hopefully be way higher than it is right now.
Right.
So just full-time my business.
Okay.
That's the goal for now.
Do you have plans of expanding? Are you thinking of doing a storefront?
Yes, I do want a store eventually. After when this whole COVID situation finishes, I do want a store, yes.
That's incredible. That would be really neat to see, your product in, let's say, Square One, or
I know. Yeah, that's a goal. Hopefully in Shelburne too.
Yes, even better. Yes, right. Of course. We have to represent Shelburne and Dufferin County.
Of course, stay in my roots.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's my goal.
Wow. Now, when you talked about Ufi, it's, the name itself is interesting, and I love the design, but how did you come up with the name Ufi?
Yeah, that was a struggle, trying to find a name. But me and my family were going back and forth, thinking about like names. There were some names I liked, but they didn't like. Mm-hmm. And then Ufi came in the picture. And at first I was like, what is that? And then we switched the meaning to it, and then it meant rich and wealthy. So everyone's like, whoa, who doesn't want to be rich and wealthy, right? So
wow.
Then we stuck with that name.
I like that. So you were just putting names out there, and Ufi was one of the names. How did you come up with Ufi to begin with?
As soon as we heard like the meaning of it, that's when we just set on it and just agreed on it.
Okay.
Yeah, we like this one.
I like that. And so did you go through a process of, everyone coming together and putting a bunch of names, in a plate or on a table and saying, okay, let's research this one? Yeah. That's pretty much the process?
That's how I went, yeah.
Love it.
And we all just stuck on this one.
Okay. And Ufi is, I believe it's Old English?
Yeah. It was, I think it was the 19th century in English. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was an older word before.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Thank you.
Now, rich and wealthy. How receptive, was the community and your fan base to, the name and the description? Because I know you have brands out there with the actual rich and wealthy printed on it. So what was the reception like?
Not really sure. Yeah, I'm not really sure on that one.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. What is your favorite line that you have?
Like tracksuit?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it, but it's the navy blue color.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my favorite one as of right now. It's
awesome.
The navy blue one. Navy
blue. Okay. And do you have a clothing line for women as well, or is it strictly all men?
That's another goal, actually. I want a women's clothing line, mm-hmm. and a kids' clothing line. Those are
really big goals. I love it.
Thank you. I need those two to be accomplished eventually.
Mm-hmm. And is that on your radar for the next 6 months, 12 months? What are your?
Hopefully in 2022, the new year coming up. Yes, hopefully.
Okay.
Hopefully.
And for the baby line, is that going to be the same idea where you have track pants and tops and hoodies and?
Mm-hmm. Same thing.
Okay.
But the smaller sizes, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mini size.
The smaller sizes.
Awesome. That's cool. Nice. If you had to give any of your friends, a thought or, feedback if they have an idea and they're afraid to go out and do it, what would you say to them?
Just don't listen to the negative people saying you can't do it. If you want to do that, just focus on that and do what you want to do. If you're happy with what you're doing, then do it.
Nice. Have any of your friends approached you and asked you for advice so far? Yeah?
A lot, yeah.
Love it. They must be so proud of all that you've accomplished.
I would hope so, yeah.
Well, if they're coming to you asking for advice, right, I can only imagine how proud they must be and the fact that they're wearing your labels as well.
Right.
Nice. So we talked about your friends. What about, an adult? If an adult, is sitting there, debating and thinking about, no, I don't want to start this, what would you say to them as a young individual, who's able to get out there and get uncomfortable and just start something bold?
I would just say to do it, because why not do it? It's a smart thing to do. It's not like you're doing something bad or something illegal. I'll say to start it, because it's a learning process as well. Like, there's a lot to learn and go through it. It is hard, but it gets better.
I love it. You said a keyword, why not do it? That's incredible. We are going to go to a short break. When we come back, we will have a conversation with Tyrell Harris from Ufi. See you soon. Good job.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Melinda from Move with Melinda. I am so excited. We have an 8-part fitness series out now. We're going to include stability ball training, resistance training, aerobic training, and flexibility. right here on Rogers TV. Stay fit, stay healthy.
Welcome back to In Conversation with Alethia. In the studio, joining me, I have not one, but two Harrises. I have Tyrell Harris, the founder and CEO of UFI, and his sister, Tyra Harris, brand ambassador, sister superior, and all of the amazing other names that I can think of here supporting Tyrell. Welcome, Tyra, to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. So I wanted to bring you on just to talk about embarrassing moments about your brother. Just joking. No embarrassing moments. But I wanted to find out from you your journey supporting your brother with his brand, UFI, Rich and Wealthy. Mm-hmm. What has it been like for you?
I enjoy watching everything like behind the scenes, actually. I find it really, really fun, for one. Mm-hmm. I love watching the growth of the business. Seeing him getting all these like interviews, like going on set and all that, I really like that. I like being there, watching him succeed, like watching all the support he's getting from others. Sometimes we'll even like be out and people will just come and like say hi and like talk about his business out of nowhere, like even strangers that we don't know. Mm-hmm. And that makes me feel really happy for him. So yeah, it's been pretty good so far.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And so you've had to watch his brand grow from the idea stage to where the success that it is now. Mm-hmm. What lessons have you learned from him? I know you've started your own brand, right?
Yeah. How do I describe this? If I see him making like any certain mistakes, like specific mistakes, mm-hmm. I feel like I can use that as an advantage to not make the same mistake in my own business, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Like there's nothing in specific that I have, but just that whole idea in general, you know?
That's good, that's good. So you're taking any mistakes or opportunities for improvement from his perspective and incorporating that into your work, your brand, all the great things that you're doing as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, if I could shift back to you for a minute, Tyrell. So you've been on this journey, as I said, from 20 months, the past 20 months. Yeah. If you could collab with any celebrity out there, who would that collab be with?
Drake.
Drake?
Drake.
Awesome, I love that. And why Drake specifically, other than the fact that he's Canadian and an amazing singer?
Well, I was gonna say he's also Canadian, but other than the fact, well, he's my favorite rapper.
Okay, fair.
So, and I like his clothing brand too, OVO.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
And what about you? Do you think that would be a great collab, or do you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So where do you see the vision for the brand and, you know, all the great things that your brother is doing? Where do you think that, you know, he should go and can go from here?
Like the endpoint in general?
Mm-hmm.
I can see multiple stores worldwide. I can see like a bunch of kid clothing lines, of course a lot more customers and all that. Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, big growth in general.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know that you have both been working hard behind the scenes, and you've got your sister obviously right here supporting you and your parents behind the scenes. What message would you want to give to your family, those individuals who have been there, you know, through thick and thin with you, those sleepless nights with you, supporting you? What message would that be?
That me and my sister are very grateful for my parents and family, and they deserve it all when we get there to the top.
Nice, nice. What about you, Tyra?
Same thing, really.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
And now I believe you are in grade 9 right now at Center Dufferin as well, right?
Yes.
What are your plans? I know you still have a whole 4 years ahead of you, but what are your plans post high school?
For my business?
Yeah.
Whew. I have like so much in my mind, I don't even know what I want to say. I really want to improve like packaging for one. I'm hoping that I can get bigger celebrities to also be promoting my cosmetics. Yeah, I need a website, all of that.
Okay, so some of those lessons that your brother has gone through, you're taking lessons and you're incorporating them into all of the things that you're doing.
Like some of the connections that he gets are also kind of another advantage for me too.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. One of the things that I like about, back to you again, Tyrell, about your brand is in the initial phases you had some amazing and talented dancers, you know, wearing your brand. How did you get some of those performers to endorse the product and to be on board again? Was it the same approach of just reaching out?
Yeah, it was the same approach, and I seen their talent. So I was like, that would be a cool like collab, like Alethia and their talents of dancing. So I was like, that would be nice, a nice cool video.
And so you've had, what is the most interesting country that your brand has reached to?
There was a Hong Kong one. I went to Hong Kong, and it was a video of a girl dancing. Yeah. And that's probably one of my favorite videos, to be honest.
Okay.
That was good.
Yeah, neat. And so with your product, Tyra, have you been able to leverage some of the same, I'll call it authentic branding that Tyrell has used? So just reaching out to celebrities, reaching out to other influencers and saying, hey, this is who I am.
I've been trying. I managed to get maybe like 2 smaller ones like before we started rebranding. There's one, her name's Kristen Ishmael. I'm pretty sure she's friends with Addison Rae, if you know her.
No idea.
No? Okay, yeah, I got her. And I got these 2 twins. They're really pretty. I'm pretty sure they did dances for Ufi too. Yeah, that's all so far. More to come, but
that's neat. That's neat. And so again, what I like about what you guys are doing too, it's, you know, you're creating your own. You've already created a brand, but it's your own unique signature, right? With how you've been able to capitalize on the marketing, and I think that is unique. That's something that I haven't seen, and I think it's quite phenomenal. So kudos to you and your team for you know, capitalizing on that.
Thank you.
When you think about where Ufi is going to go from here in terms of like your brand marketing, what is your vision? Do you think you plan to expand or do something different?
For sure, I think we'll definitely expand. Okay. And in different ways, I like my suits and like, what's the word for it? Like suit and tie, like, you know, that like type of clothing. So maybe when I'm older, yes, it'll be more mature for like suits, you know, wise, other than like track suits and stuff. So I want to reach that level at a point in time.
Okay, interesting. I loved you had on your website a picture of Fashion Santa. What was that like collabing with him?
Yeah, me and him are very close. That's our guy for sure.
That is incredible. Yeah. Nice, nice. And I love the range of the products that you guys are working with, and you know, the diversity of your audience as well. Your participants and supporters. So that's quite special to watch and to see you grow. Who are some of your favorite celebrities, or not celebrities, who are some of your favorite people that have supported your brand?
Have you heard of Hawaii Almighty?
Yes.
Yeah, she's one of them for sure.
Okay.
There's a lot, but she's one of them. She's definitely up there for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I like her.
Okay. Nice. A lot of singers and dancers, and you've got a certain niche there. So, when you think of moving forward now, and you know, you think of your journey through Center Dufferin, and you know, all of the friends that have been there supporting you, what is your one message that you would want to say to them? You know, we talked about, you know, your friends have reached out to you asking you for advice, but what is that one message you would leave all of your friends and future students of Center Dufferin? What would you leave them with?
Well, for my friends, they know what's up, so like, if I get to the top, then they're coming right with me, because they've been there since like the very started with, and they always been supportive, and they always told me like feedback and like maybe like some other ideas for like my clothes. And then for like the other kids in my school, I don't have as much words for them, to be honest.
No,
it's more the friends, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So what about in terms of those who want to start their own business?
Yeah, like I said before, just don't listen to the negative. Yeah. That's, cause I know a lot of people listen to it and then they stop because the negative gets to them and gets to their head. But yeah, honestly, just don't listen to the negative at all.
I love that. And you touched on something earlier too. You mentioned that, you know, you played basketball and, you know, that was your thing. And of course, you're into video games. But because of the pandemic, you've had to pause basketball. But what is that one message? So a lot of athletes I know often focus on just their craft, their sport, that's it. But they don't have a backup plan. Yeah. You purposely went out there and made sure that you had I won't call it a backup plan because this is a thriving plan. Yeah. But what message would you say to them to get them to shift their mindset to think about, hey, you have options as well? Well,
if it's sports won't be there forever. Because of course you're going to get old, or there might be an injury that could be career-ending, which we never want. But yeah, sports, they won't always be there forever, so always have that second option that you want. And that's what my parents told me, so, and it works, obviously. So. Obviously, yes. Great advice from your parents, and a great message that you're passing on as well is something that I firmly believe in, right? Yeah. You should always have something to fall back on, and, you know, sports won't always be there. You may get injured. Exactly. You know, academics is important. Having, you know, a business mindset is also critically important. So I absolutely love it. Great advice. I'm glad you listened to your parents. Always, thank you. So Tyra, to you, I know you're only in grade 9, but you've had success on your own right. What advice would you have for any young girls who, you know, are afraid of trying? I say go for it. Because creating a business is pretty fun, actually, because there's so much you can do, there's so much you can add on to it. You can get really creative, you know? Yes. There's like no limit to it, to me. That's how I see it. I really enjoy it, really. So yeah, I definitely say go for it. If that's what you want to do it. I love it. Be your own boss. See, I'm hearing go for it, and I'm hearing why not? Two powerful phrases from both of you, and that's a great message that I think we can leave our viewers with, really. Yeah. Either of you, what is it like balancing your schedule? Do you find it difficult to balance work life and school life and your business and friends life? For me, not at the moment. Like, I will take some time out of my day to be trying to build on my business. Love it. But yeah, we're just taking everything like one at a time, if that makes sense, like nice and slowly, nice and smooth paced. Love it. Yeah. Love it. Awesome. Yeah, 30 seconds. She said it. Yeah, she said it? Yeah, she said it. Okay, I love it, guys. This has been incredible having you both on the show in conversation with Alethia. Thank you. The key message that I'm hearing is go for it and why not? So thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of In Conversation with Alethia. Tune in next time for another amazing episode. Thank you so much.
The Rogers TV viewer response line. Email us or connect with us on social media.
After a night out with your friends, there's always options for getting home safely. You could call your BFF, your mom or dad, whoever you can count on for a safe ride home.